and North Palace Mine. So it's lovely to have you along again. If you're a first-time people here, then we do these exercises slowly so that we don't do any harm to ourselves. And we can feel how the body feels as we're moving through the exercises. So put your attention on the inside of your body and feel how your body feels as you go through the movements. And that's pretty much what we do with Tai Chi. So if you are first time here, or if you need a reminder, just to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, so that gives you a good stability side to side. And the other thing that we do is that we just bring our knees forward so that we come off the lock. And even if you've been joining us every time, I'm sure you'll need reminding that just bring the knees off the lock. What that looks like from the side is that instead of having the knees locked back when we stand up, we just bring them forward a little bit so that it just alters the geometry of our body and puts us in touch with the ground. So now that we're connected to the ground, let's just have a look at moving the weight again. So that if you mirror me, so as I go to the left, you come to the left, your left, and then to the middle, and then to your right, and then you just carry on mirroring me and putting your attention in the soles of your feet so that you can feel when we're in this side, the weight, the pressure is in the sole of the foot on your left side, and then as you push across, the other leg becomes heavy, becomes full. So when we're on this side, this leg is empty, and then just put your attention in the sole of both feet and feel how this one fills up as we move the weight into it. It's like a couple of pistons just acting like that, full and empty. It just gives you the opportunity to settle down into this Tai Chi session, to put your attention in your body, to begin to notice how you're feeling. And however it feels is fine, because the main thing is to bring your attention into it so that we begin to notice how the body is. Because when we're going through our day-to-day, we tend to be a bit busy in our minds, as I'm sure you're aware, and then we don't notice what the signals that the body is giving to us, that it's beginning to feel uncomfortable if we holding position, maybe if we're watching a screen. So this exercise of just moving the weight, just feeling the full and the empty, is a great way of inviting yourself into the experience of how your body feels. And then let's say if we do something just to rotate our spine, and we just bring our hands up and we just turn that way and then come back to the front and then carry on to the other side. So and the waist is turns the spine, turns the upper body, turns the hands. And see if we can feel, maybe if we just do that a little bit quicker, we can just kind of feel the flow of that. And if you notice that when you're at, say we're here, if we just stop here for a moment, when we're here, how do we actually start the turn to go the other way? Do we move the arms first and then everything else follows? Actually, this move starts in your right foot. So if you're mirroring me and you're turned this way, if you put your attention in the sole of your right foot, you can feel that that's the full one, the other one's empty. And actually to start the move in that direction, what we're going to do is we're going to push off with this foot, turning the waist, and move the weight into the left side. So we're going to push the weight, turns the waist, turns the body, brings the hands around. And then from the other way, push off with the foot, turns the waist, turns the body, and the hands follow. So then we get this movement that looks like this. And because we're doing it slowly, we can feel that push off with that foot. We can feel how that's turning the waist. We can feel how that's turning the spine, turning the upper body. And then the movement expresses itself in the hands. So we feel that smoothness, that kind of whoosh feeling. Lovely. In fact, that's a really nice example of what we say in Tai Chi about body as one unit. So that instead of it being disjointed, that we move from a single place and we get this kind of joined up feeling to the movement. So even if you haven't got that yet, because we've only just started on our Tai Chi journey, then keep a kind of a listening ear about it for when you feel yourself begin to start to connect up together. So let's just have a move through the exercises that we've been learning, just so that we can start to synchronize our attention with our breathing as well as with the movement of our body. And if you're new to this or you haven't been here many times, not to worry about where the hands are going or whatever, just to get the feeling of it is the thing. So we're going to breathe in as we come up. The hands come up to shoulder width, to shoulder height, sorry. So, and breathe out as we come down. So we're standing up and breathing in, breathing out. And then coming to the second one, broadening the chest. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Just allow yourself, just to be with your breath and the feeling of your body. Deep breath in, deep breath in, and we'll go for this one, number 3, which is called Painting a Rainbow in the instructions. They're on the Facebook page. So we just let the weight drop to the right, and lean over to the left. And then the weight comes 50-50, and then we drop the weight into the left side as we lean to the right. Breathing in as we come up, breathing out as we go down. Breathe in. Just getting a feel for this one as best you can. Opens up the side of the body. Gets us used to letting all the weight sink into the ground. Number 4, we cross our hands over our knees and breathing in. Breathing out. In. Maybe one more. Number 5, swinging arms. It's a bit like the movement that we did at the beginning, like that, insofar as we're going to turn the waist and let the hands swing. I'm not worried too much about the breathing with this one. I'll show you that from the side just so you can see that one a bit more clearly. The knees off the lock, kind of we're sitting down as we stand up so that we're connected to the ground, and we push off on the one side and turn the waist. It's like when we're pushing to the front and opening to the side, pushing to the front and opening, push and open. So this exercise is called swinging arms. I'm sure you can get the feel for that. Lovely. And then number 6, it's called rowing a boat. So you just go slowly with this one because it's quite a large invitation to have a large movement, a rotation of the shoulders. So if, like me, you've got anything a bit crinkly, then just going slowly means that we can hear what the body is comfortable doing. So we're breathing out as we come down, and then we breathe up, breathe in as we expand and stand up. That's a really big in-breath. When you come down, you just bend the knees slightly. Okay, and number 7, it's another spine twisting. It's called holding a ball level with the shoulder or something like that. So the hand is palm up as we come to the side. And if you stay connected to the feeling in the feet, you can feel the feet active as we turn the waist from one side to the other. Breathing out as we come and stretch. Breathing in as we come back to the middle. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Super. Number 8, it's one of my favourites. Turning to gaze at the moon. Breathing in as we come here, breathing out as we turn to the side. Breathing in as soon as we're coming back towards the front, and then breathing out as we turn to gaze at the moon over our shoulder. And just letting yourself be still enough on the inside so that you can actually notice your breathing in and out as you're doing the movements. And follow that breathing with your attention while you follow the movements with your attention. So we're bringing the two things together, the moving and the being aware of the breath. That's number 8. Number 9. Yeah, we're going to miss number 9 and perhaps number 10 as well. So I'd like to have a look at another one which is near the end of the sequence because we haven't done this particular movement so far. So if you want to just stay there, stay still and just have a look I'll just do it a couple of times and then we'll get into it. So I'm going to breathe into here. And then I'm going to turn the waist and begin to just allow myself to relax down to the side. Allow my head to go down. And then start to breathe in as I come up to the other side. Allow the head to relax at the top. And just carry on rotating this throughout this big circle. So, if you'd like to join in, we're breathing in here as we relax down to the left, knees bent, let the head come down, and then standing up, pushing into the ground, let the head relax, breathing out as we come down. Breathing in as we come up, pushing down, dropping the bottom, brings the chest up. It's like we unfurl ourselves upwards when we push down into the ground, drop the bottom, and just, it's like a counterbalance, the chest and the head come up. And we come down to the bottom, if we just relax here, and then we go the other way. And just moving around this big circle. And you're just moving around your circle in line with how your body feels. So that you're not straining or stressing your body. the top this time. We're just going to relax the hands back down. Perhaps take another deep breath. One more. So there's another exercise that's near the end, which I think you're probably ready for. And what we're going to do is, I'll show you again, is we're just going to lift this leg up like this. I know you're all saying, well, I'm not going to be able to do it, I'm going to fall over. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do it just in little steps. So to begin with, we're just going to do the thing that we did at the beginning, where we're just going to move the weight over. So if you bring your weight over into your left foot, feel that the right leg is kind of empty, and then we're going to move the weight back across again. Feel that weight transfer over, and then your left leg is pretty empty. You could probably lift up the heel, put the heel back down, move the weight back again. Feel that your right leg's now empty. You could lift up, just have one toe on the floor maybe. And let's just go for just taking that toe off the ground a little bit. Each time that we move the weight across, we just lift the foot up just for a little bit, just to get the feeling of being really secure in this standing side. And then if you're feeling adventurous and you feel stable enough, if you feel wobbly, then just stay there. Just getting used to this feeling of having all the weight rooted all the way into the ground, and how light the other side is. Because the trick to being able to lift up the other foot is that before we do that, we're really rooted like a tree root going right down into the ground on this standing side. Then when we lift the other side up, it's nothing. We haven't moved. We haven't moved our weight, it's still there. And then bring the weight across. And then for those of you who are comfy, explore what it would be like just to lift your foot, a few inches off the ground. Use your hands to help you, if you want to, if they feel connected. Let your hands do whatever they want to do actually, because they'll help you balance. And then bit by bit, if you're feeling adventurous and you're feeling secure, start to move into the place where you feel so secure. The trick is that when you put your foot down, that it's kind of an empty step. There's no investment in it yet, until it's flat on the floor, and then you allow your weight to come in. Because that means that any one time you're absolutely connected in the ground. You never leave the ground. It just, one side of you comes up, but the rest of you, you're absolutely rooted in the ground the whole time. So if you've had a go at that at home, well done. And let's just finish by just having this feeling of letting the breath breathe us in and expand us to our full size. And then as we let the breath out, we let everything that's heavy sink down through our system, all the way down through our structure and into the ground. So as we breathe in, we allow it to inflate us so that we're standing tall. And then as we breathe out, we don't crumple, but we let everything that feels heavy fall into the ground, so that we don't hold on to it, so that we're not having to hold on to it. We let it all go. As we breathe in, the palms are upright, facing upwards. As we breathe out, we turn them over.